Now this is where the fun begins, and this is where you get to get your creative side out. Maybe I don't want the orange. Maybe it's time that I want to change the theme. Maybe it's the time that I want to change my logo. We've had a rebrand of the company and I don't want that anymore. I want to change it. So let's have a look at what our theme customization options are. Now, this is another thing that we pride ourselves on with Learnbook, is the ability for you as the end user to be able to change all this. You don't need to be a coder. You want to change the font color, change it. You want to change the orange in this menu bar heading here. You have that power, you have that ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the administration tab at the very bottom and we'll expand that tab. And I'm going to scroll right to the bottom to theme. So this is going to take me through to our Learnbook theme settings. Now, there's not many other themes out there that you're going to find this level of customization out of the box with, where you have so much ability to change the look and the feel, particularly around the colors and the styling of that. Even the the login page, is fully customizable as well, and you have those options. So in here, we're now having a look at our Learnbook settings. So as you can see, if I have a look through my breadcrumbs at the top of my page here, you can see where I'm sitting. So under Site Administration, Theme, Appearance, Themes, and the new Learnbook settings. These are all then my options across here. So when we have a look at this, we have this great color picker, and it might have been something similar that you've seen in other programs or even just in default Moodle, this color picker. So it gives me the ability to change my brand color. So you might have a look here when you see like the files link, or you see this boost presets or presets repository here. This is talking about our brand color. This is what is actually being set. So this file picker, or this color picker, file picker, don't know what I'm talking about. This color picker here is basically the top item. So the top square is showing you what color you're currently looking at on the color wheel here. And then the bottom square is actually what color is currently being used. And what color is going to be saved. So that it gives you a bit of an idea about what to expect and the shades and the colors that you can pick. But if you do have your own style guide within your company, you can actually then just use those hexadecimal values and enter them straight in here. So you can match that color exactly. You don't need to spend all day trying to find the exact shade of yellow or something that you're wanting. You can just go straight in that hexadecimal value there and enter it in. So let's have a look at some of the other options that we have along here. So the common settings box is probably one that I love the most because you can do so much with it. So through here, as you can see, if I scroll down this list, we can change any one of these options or multiples to suit what we're wanting and what we're actually looking for in our look and feel for our site here. So I could say, for example, that my Learnbook header color, so currently it's that light gray. Maybe I want that to be a solid, a bright color. And in turn, I might want to change the header text color instead. So when we talk about the header text, we're talking about like the eCreators, the profile name, eCreators Academy here. And these little icons here, what color are they going to be? So we can change that header text. Maybe we want this Learnbook panel header color to change. And we can change that here. So you get to go through all of these options, and they're pretty self-explanatory about what's it's actually going to affect. And the best thing is with this is that you can't break it. You can't do anything wrong. So, for example, if you want to change the footer color, so let me just say, I'm just going to take a copy of this because I think they're going to kill me if I like turn this into a pink site when it's supposed to be orange. So we'll just keep a copy of that. But for example, the footer color here, let's change it to a really hot pink. So we've selected it from there, and all I've done is pick my color and clicked on it, and it's replaced it in the bottom right-hand little square there. Now that hasn't actually updated immediately because, again, like what we did before, we need to set up, it gives us the ability to change multiple options, and then when we're done, we scroll to the bottom and we update all those options. So we would click Save Changes once we're done. So when I click Save Changes, we should then get our hot pink menu bar option down the bottom here. You might also want to have a look at things like the course tile text color. The enter button. So in one of our earlier videos, we were looking at the course tile and we saw that it said enter course. Or maybe you want to change the color that button is. Or maybe the hover color of that button. So when the user hovers over it, maybe it changes color slightly, just so that the user gets the sense that it's an active button. It's a clickable button. And you have that full customization. So let's go and tweak this site a little bit. And I'm going to click Save Changes down here. And let's have a look at what our hot pink menu bar will look like. So just wait for the page to reload. And and in one tick, we should see it pop up. And let's scroll to the bottom. Oh, look at that. Hot pink menu bar. That's brilliant. I'm going to get myself into a lot of trouble for that. But anyway, so let's move on to the next thing. So common settings. So we've had a look at all our colors and everything that we've got there. The next thing along is our logo settings. So this is where you can customize your logo. So just say your organization has a rebrand. Fine, doesn't matter. You don't need to get in touch with us if you don't want, or you can come in here and you can literally update your logo by yourself in a matter of seconds. So we haven't touched on, in this video series so far, we haven't touched on the file picker within Moodle, and this is basically what we're looking at here. So this is a very classical Moodle drag and drop file type picker area. We have the ability to upload files by browsing your computer, and you can then just like your normal file picker, but we also have the ability to just drag and drop into this box as well. So we can easily do this as well. So you've got both, you've got a lot of flexibility around these. Now, one thing just to be careful or to look out for with the file picker is that you always get some information above the file picker in the right-hand side, and it usually tells you about things around constraints with that file picker. And the main one that I'm looking for here is that it says maximum attachments 1. So we can't go and confuse Moodle and upload 2 versions of my logo, because Moodle's going, well, I can only have 1 logo. So we can only have 1 at a time. So if this logo was no longer required, what I would need to do is I would need to click on that logo, so the existing one. So we'd click on it, and it brings up this new window here. Now, this window gives us some information about, when it was created, when it was last modified, the size of the logo, even its pixel dimensions on screen. It gives me the ability to download the logo. So if I've sort of lost that original file and I want to get it back, I can download the file off my server. But I also have the ability to delete that file. So if I go and delete that file, I then have, you'll see that it confirms that I want to delete it. Yes, I do. And it now brings back the ability to drag and drop my files. So I can literally go and find a PNG or a JPEG image or something like that, drag and drop it into there, and it will then upload it. And as long as it's only the one file, it's fine. We won't get any errors or anything like that. So it's that easy to update your logo and to customize your logo. Now, the logo itself sits in 2 spots currently. So when I update the logo, it will replace it up the top left-hand side here of my page, and it will also replace the logo on the main login screen as well. So just be aware of that. It does do it in the 2 places. So you just need to be mindful of how your logo looks and feels when you actually do set that up. So what color background does the logo sit on? Just to make sure that it doesn't get lost in the colors that you're picking. Obviously, I don't want to have an orange bar up the top here and then try and have an orange logo because it will disappear. So just be mindful of those sort of things as you go. Once you're done, you can click Save Changes at the bottom of the page, and that will save those changes for you. The next thing I want to look at, and the last one with my branding options, is the login page settings. So this is where we can fully customize our login page. So you might remember, and I'll just quickly show you this just so I can just refresh your memory again. This is my login page. Every single thing that you see on this login page can be customized. So we talked about the logo. So you can see my eCreators logo sitting there. So that was based off the logo screen we just looked at. I can have up to 6 images in the back here that can rotate, and you have customization over that. So change the images every month if you want. Use it as an advertising space for upcoming products and that. It's totally customizable and it's controllable by you. The other thing that we have and that you now have because of Learnbook Athena is full ability to customize this right-hand information panel here. So through that menu bar, which I'll show you in a minute again, you can change the heading. You can change the text that's in here. You can even insert a photo or a video into this section as well. So it doesn't just have to be text. You can place whatever you like in there. And you also have the ability to customize the background image in here as well. So you might actually notice there's actually a subtle little keyboard that's sitting in the background there. And you can change it. You don't have to contact us. It's all fully customizable. So I'm just going to quickly jump back into the system again. And just to refresh your memory, we'll go down to theme. And I'm going to go across to the login page settings. And here are the settings of what we just did. So here's the welcome title. So there's the title that will sit at the top there. Here is my text editor where I set the text that appears in that welcome message. And I have lots and lots of editing options there through the default Moodle editors. And then down the bottom here is my welcome image. Once again, this is my typical Moodle file picker. So because with that particular welcome image, there's only one image that's available. And we're generally looking for JPEGs or PNGs, that type of image type. So if you didn't want this, you'd click on it, delete it, and then you can drag and drop your own new image back in there again. And then lastly, down the bottom here, we have the ability for our login slide images. So these are those background images. Now, we do need to make sure with those background images that they are of a large size, because just remember, especially in today's day and age, computer resolutions are getting quite large, screen resolutions are very large, so you don't want an image that gets stretched and becomes very blurry and pixelated. So you do always keep in mind that when you're doing images for full screen, you still want to keep a reasonable file size, so not too large so that the page loads slowly, but you do want to be able to keep the clarity within that image as well. So that's just something to sort of think about and consider. So in this case, we can upload up to a maximum of 6 images. So I can drag 6 in one hit. I can drag them one at a time. I could only have 1 image or maybe just 2. It's totally up to you. There's no sort of limitations around that, except that obviously once you can't go above 6, but anything below that is totally up to you. Once you're done, save changes, and you've now customized that home page and your login page as well. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of options right within here. The last tab along is for any particular advanced coders or people who are very big into the cascading style sheets and want to change the look and feel of Moodle even further. There is the ability to insert CSS into Moodle here. If that is something that you wish. We do advise that you be very careful with this though, because you can make some pretty drastic changes that can affect the user experience on your site too. So it is something to steer clear of unless you are very, very comfortable with CSS items there. So that's some of the stuff that you can do with the branding. And look, like I said before, you can't break it. So just have a play, give it a go, see what happens. It doesn't matter that you've changed it to a bright, funky pink color on your menu bar there. If you've made a mistake, just simply go back into common settings, and I would just go back to the one that I made the mistake on, fix it up. In my case, I just copied the original color code that I copied when I first made the change, and then I'm back to where I was again. So go and save the changes. So don't be afraid. Have a play around with it and see what works best and what works best for your site.